pictures and decide that's what I want.
Quaint. Welcome everybody to another episode of LangTime Studio. Very special opening today. You are going to decide what Thai food Jessie is having for dinner. And, you know, basically she hasn't had Thai food in some time, I would guess.
I have not. And so now I'm...
And so she's unfamiliar with the names of dishes, aside from, I assume, Pad Thai.
Well, I mean, like, some of them are obvious. But some of them are names that I'm like, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm with Ragdoll there. Tom Yum is really good. Any restrictions? I'm going to say no.
I'm so glad you're concerned about me.
Yeah, I've had lots of the things on the menu. They're all good.
I could make sure David doesn't touch my dish by getting pineapple.
Yeah, that's right. You can do that. And their pineapple fried rice is good, I know, from secondhand sources.
Oh, how are we feeling about fireman curry with salmon?
Never had that. By the way, we are now officially on the...
Or Penang curry with a soft shell crab. Nice.
There we go.
Or a little... Oh, no. Ooh, garlic and black pepper with shrimp?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh.
Anything they have that's garlic and black pepper is really good.
I think that may be my choice.
Mm-hmm. Pad Kimao is also really good.
Is that on here?
I don't know. Hey,
Interesting.
by the way, update for everybody. What Logan says is true. He has a new child, a human child.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Woo!
I like that you say human.
You know, we deal in animals a lot here on LangTime Studio.
I'm trying to see if they have all the options that people are listing so I can read about them. But also at some point we need to stream, and so
Yeah.
I just need to send Aaron my order and be like, let's stream, and I'm going to take suggestions for future orders.
By the way, Jake, I'm getting Pad See Ew, so she has to get something different. Looking forward to that Pad See Ew. I'm also looking forward to Jessie's leftovers as well.
On another night of the week?
No, I mean from tonight, because I'm assuming you won't finish.
You think I'm not going to eat my entire meal?
Yeah, I think that.
Challenge accepted. No, I'm not gonna make myself sick by eating too much.
Yeah.
Oh, and no more COVID. Logan, boy, I am so sorry to hear though that COVID played a role at all in this time of your life when you have so many other things going on. Also, don't think...
Water spinach.
No, we are not close to a birthday. Okay, so we're good. Oh, nice. Okay, so many good suggestions. Thank you. We are... Now I'm focused. I'm ready. That text just came right before the stream, and I was trying to make sure I got my answer in before the end of stream. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think pho was at all on the list.
No, they don't do pho.
And also, we only get pho from the place that David has pre-approved to get pho.
Yeah, if you look up best pho in the United States, the number one place is about 10 minutes from where we live. Actually, 7 minutes, I would say, unless you hit red lights. So, yeah, and like 5 other places within a stone's throw are also very, very good. We're good on pho.
Yeah, now I have to go in and change all my things.
Oh.
My university is closed tomorrow, and I have like every class has assignments due tomorrow, and now I cannot have anything due tomorrow, which means now I get to go in and change everything.
I'm
But
sure
whatever.
I'm sure that Texas Power Grid will handle things.
I declare. Anyway. So. Did you see Jake's?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there. Most of the pho places around here are called pho and a number, so you got to know what's up. Anyway,
Are you ready for some poll results?
I'm ready for some poll results. Everybody loves a poll.
Kick me off of my arm. It's like my armrest.
I know.
You can stay on your side.
Now,
Oh, good
now it's
Lord.
our armrest.
I swear.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had some base options for counting, and also Mateus, by the way. I hope you're able to stay awake, but also thank you for being here when you have to stay up late. So we are, well, we were looking at a lot of them were built sort of off of a 4 system.
Yeah.
4 paws, but then also we had determined, right, that there were little 4 little fingerlets.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I want to talk about this because there was a comment. There is a rumor floating around that mice have 4 digits on their front paws and 5 digits, on their back paws. And I swear, if you look at pictures of mice, their front and back paws look identical. Absolutely identical. Either because the extra digit on their forepaws is exceptionally large, or the extra digit on their back paws is exceptionally small. So unless we have Biblaridian emerge and say with absolute 100% certainty that mice have 4 digits on their front paws and 5 on their back, we're going to pretend they have the same number of digits on both. So no, base 18 is out. Doesn't make sense. So we had the choices of base.
Well, base 4 was an
base
option.
4.
Because again, like you could do 1 for each paw,
Yeah.
or 1 per little front hand digit.
Right.
And then base 8 is an option where you get your 4 on both front paws. Base 10, which you get your 8, and then you could also count each paw. So it's essentially counting like hand, and then the other 8 come from that. Base 16, all 4 little digits on all 4 little paws. And then base 20 was an option.
You skipped one.
I did 4, 8, 10, here's 16.
You did 10?
20. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear 10.
Where you nodded and went, yeah.
Biblaridian comes in to say Happy Lunar New Year. You're just holding the stage right now. You know what we're all waiting for.
But base 20 is double base 10.
Yeah.
And I explained that, and David stopped listening to me at some point.
Sorry, and then also just as a point, as our mice grow, they will develop that 5th extra phalange into a full phalange.
Yeah, I think you're thinking phalange just because of Phoebe from Friends.
I don't know. Anyway.
Because she's always like Regina Phalange.
We're now LangTime Studio.
I prefer Lange. Lange.
What?
No.
What?
Okay. So.
Yeah, base 12 didn't make sense.
Base 4.
Yeah.
Not only lost, but like nobody voted for it.
See, I thought base 4 would have been cute. Can you imagine them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. No, wait. 1, 2. Wait, how does it go? 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. Right?
Yeah, because it can't be 12 though, right? Because we can't have. Wait.
Yeah.
No, I am already lost.
1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30. Yeah. I thought that would have been cute.
It really would have been cute, especially cute seeing me struggle with our base 4 counting system. I mean, all these except for base 10 and base 20, I would have struggled, but here we go.
Okay.
Next up in second place was base 20. So there will not be a vigesimal counting system. It only got 4 votes, by the way.
Got it.
Slightly above that, 6 little lonely votes for base 10. So also not super popular.
I would have really, I think it would have been a good thing to have base 10 for the mice because of their, of their mathematical ingenuity. And then it would have made it similar to our base. But, that's all right. I understand. It's a simple one.
With one more vote, in second place is base 16. And then with all the votes, like literally it's 3 times the amount of votes, we have base 8. And so,
Yeah, no, and I understand what Miles was saying that for math, base 12 would have been really, really good. I just didn't see how we'd get it with our mice unless they invented it like whole cloth.
They are our mice. Could they not?
Yeah, I suppose, but we just didn't include that as an option. But that's all right. Base 8 is really, really cute, and it's like junior base 10. And so base 8 it will be.
But it's like mega base 4. Junior base 10, mega base 4.
All about that base. All right, so I'll just put a little, I'm just going to put a little 10 right here as a reminder. If we get to it today, we can talk about doing numbers, but for the time being, we should pick up on our WH questions. And then there was something else. Oh, I just wanted to kind of throw this out just to ask. Would you be interested, unless we come up with something better during the stream, would you be interested in doing an orthography poll? So similar to what we did, not for the possums, but for the rabbits, where we put up some images and I think we did a vote on which ones we liked, and then later a vote for which consonants they were assigned. I don't even remember.
Right. Yeah, no, it was a 2-parter. And that is distinct from, I want to, because some people would be like, wait, didn't we already do that? We did, but only for the bottom part.
Yeah, so this would
the
be
little
for
connector. This would be for the consonant.
The business part.
Being represented at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. And so that's good. Also, as you're thinking about that, just a reminder to our patrons that the podcast episode dropped.
Yes.
So February 1st. One that we are very excited about. And there's apparently something for David to look at with these little mouse paws.
Like, what am I looking at? So basically, I'm looking at 4 paws. 3 of them have 4 digits with a tiny 5th one. One of them looks like it has 5. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And show me support for they have 4 digits on their front and 5 digits on their back. Make sure I got that nicely in frame.
But it is, but there's some light shining kind of covering up.
We'll find this little like that. Like, this is not proving what I think what you think it's proving. That's all I'm saying. And I will note Biblaridian has said nothing. He remains deathly silent. Silent as the grave.
He wants us to be on edge. So, Jake, in terms of scripts, like writing systems for the podcast language thingy for the month, no. We will not be doing that. In terms of, so Mateus, your question, We will definitely do sound changes, but we also did want to be able to put some of those little protoforms together in super, super simple sentences, like, I don't know, I slept, or I forget what our verbs were that we came up with.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, pretty variable.
And if that's not the wishy-washiest answer of all time.
But what it does indicate is that we need to go with the lowest base, because not all of the mice will have this.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter because we went with base 8, which means it's their front 4, which only have 4, so we don't need to worry about those back.
Yeah. And not only that, they all have some sort of a little nub there, so you can always count the nub, even if it's not a functioning phalange.
Nub is 1, I guess, because you would never be able to tell the difference between.
Or base 4.5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, it would be base 9 because we have 2, so it'd be base 9 with 2 nubs.
Oh my goodness. Could you have a base that wasn't a whole number? I don't think that's possible, right?
I don't think so, but also I get mind blown just by trying to work with whole numbers and remembering how to do bases. So conceptually, I really don't want to get into fractions. Let's talk instead about WH words. And by the way, any patrons, if you have more questions about our month of fun, feel free to ask on Discord, and we will definitely look at those.
Look at that. Magpie says you can have fraction bases and negative bases. How about that?
And as Jonathan says, but not very useful. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that. Oof, that would be a nightmare. So thank goodness nobody thought of that before.
Okay, and then, but by the way, Zachary, that was actually something that I did want to get into, or at least wanted to propose, that they had multiple bases after you got to a certain point. You know, you switched to a bigger base. But we can talk about that when we actually get, really get into the numbers. Okay, so how far did we get?
We actually got pretty far.
We got to when?
Yeah, and there were, okay, so we did multiple wheres. Mm-hmm. I think we were just going to do the one when?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and then, yeah, we got to this house situation, but we did which, if you drop down, and whose should be pretty easy, right?
Yeah, we did which.
Yeah, we did which, but whose should be like...
Same thing?
Something similar, right? Just maybe a case marking to show that it's the possessor. Although we do have all those different forms of possession. Like whose tail would differ from whose shirt.
Yeah.
And it would differ from like whose idea or whatever. Because we've got a lot of different forms of possession. So that one, I guess, is a lot trickier. Never mind.
Okay. What does our WH word come from? Is it just a base, like what type of thing?
Yeah. And we're keeping track up here. And by we, I mean I started a little WH word section. But yeah, it literally just meant what?
Well, it'd just be Jeki, because that's who. And then with a possessive, but that's only relevant for, the thing. So let's just do one as an example. So what's something that we possess and that we know what the possessum?
Well, I mean, we could do whose
suffix would be.
Barley corn.
Okay.
It's I gotta read all the different. I swear I'm having to use more and more the bifocal part of my glasses. Okay.
Okay, the mouse ate.
Okay, so that one is not. So we don't want the olive.
Barley corn.
Okay, we don't want the oblative. Okay, no. don't think it actually takes then any of those cases. Well, the possessor will always precede the possessee. And so it's...
Possessor precedes the possessee?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's set. But like possessive relationship, like the poison for Kuzco would take allative. This is not it. Ablative would be like the author of a book or the preparer of a stew. It won't be instrumental that doesn't have any sort of... Generic possessors often co-occur with the locative. These would be articles of clothing which do not sit vertically atop one, as well as things generally associated with one or in or about one's dwelling.
Yeah, that makes sense. Locative. Okay, so what's the locative?
So the locative is adjective ku.
So je coup. And with low tone?
Yeah, low tone on the ku.
So je coup. Here we go.
Wouldn't we need the who in there? I thought we had like je ku.
That is? Oh.
That's just the beginning.
Thank you. Je qui coup. Je qui coup.
Yeah, that's hard to go from adjective, non-adjective.
Except it's
too high T. Too high tones, not T's.
Je qui coup. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Also, wait. So I just have to, because I'm doing this based on counting, and so I want to make sure that this is actually the way it would work. Okay? So, hold on. Everybody's gonna just sit with me a moment. Okay. That's enough. All right. Delete rows and delete row. Okay, so is this how this works? On the top, on the bottom is Roman, okay? Or R base 10. And then this is wait. Sorry. We're doing base 4, right? 10, 11.
For us, we're doing base 8.
12, 13. Hold on a sec. 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay. 5.5, 6.5, and then 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, is this how having a base of 4.5 would work? Or 3.5? Sorry, yeah, base 3.5.
Wouldn't 20 have to be 7?
No, because it went up a half. Because it went up a half. Because it went up a half, not 1.5. Sorry. There we go. Because, like, okay, I think I may have gone off one. It should have been base 5 I was doing, not base 4. But the idea is that let's say, this one doesn't count. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 3.5. 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 10.5. No, that's not how it would work. Okay, then never mind. Never mind. Forget you saw it. I'm going to delete it.
Because I am not entirely sure what I saw. Okay. Did I get both wheres entered? Sheena. What's the other... Where? Oh, Gina. Okay, that's like something we could guess, though. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Then, if we want, like, do we have an ablative in this language?
Yeah, we do.
We can do another one if you want to make it maximally clear.
Where'd
the mouse slide from? Okay.
And the ablative is ni high tone.
Ni?
Yeah.
There we go. So now it's pretty clear.
Lovely. Okay. How we had said we were gonna do something instrumental.
Yeah.
We do have pa as the low tone as an instrumental case, so that's just something to keep in mind. And how we said something in instrumental, so pa, low tone, will most likely mark the ending of that. But we needed to know what we would put.
That could be very simple. Like, so how did the mouse slide? By means of what did the mouse slide? It's pretty simple, yeah.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Just use instrumental.
On what?
Yeah.
So j'ai pas. No, j'ai pas.
No, not high.
Why did it? Okay. Why is it sometimes high?
At least I don't think so.
So it's high in shaky, which is who? Should that be low tone? This one I understand it's high because the N is going to be the onset of the next syllable for where. When it should be high tone because again the N of the coda becomes an onset. But why is who?
Because it got all smushified. So it was, it was gentil, or chi, genchiki, then chiki, and so it just became like
So that E vowel is actually kind of maybe a blend of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's high.
So this one will be low tone j'ai pas.
Yeah, both low.
Yeah, because pa is low tone.
J'ai pas. Okay. Chiki, j'ai pas. It's not ejective P, is it? Just regular P?
It's regular P, yeah.
Okay. How did the mouse slide? Here we go.
Okay, so now we've got those, and then we can tackle how many?
Magpie's got it. We sure are the type of nerds who know that fractional bases are possible, but have no idea how they actually work.
Totes.
You can include me in that, except I was a slightly dimmer variety of nerd in that I wasn't sure that they existed. It seemed like they should, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. But like, just because they could theoretically exist, I'm gonna say that's not something that would ever show up in a human language or humanoid language, because how would you? Why would you split anything?
I just thought it would be really cute if
this
the mice...
is all because you made a whole nubbin joke, and now we are stuck on this like sidetrack of theoretical math.
I thought it would be very cute if the mouse counted every fifth number as a half number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5.
Okay, but they're looking at 5 berries.
So then you gotta go to the next one.
So you always have to have the other nubbin involved, which means you can't like... Yeah, it's just silly. So this is David's fault. So everybody in chat who is like, what the heck is going on? David thought he was being clever, and now we're stuck. Let's talk about how many and why. Those are our last two.
Okay, do we want to have something for how many, or do we want to just skip it?
4.5.
Because we could just do which amount, that and that, when we eventually have a word for an amount. It doesn't necessarily need to be a full thing.
Right.
Of course, we could always come up with a word for an amount.
We could.
Do we have a word for pile? We don't?
No.
Look at that.
It would be kind of cute to say what finger. As they count on their little fingers. And so you could say like, what finger are there of cherries or whatever? And you'd be like, 6. Makes way more sense than 4.5, okay?
I was, no, we're talking about for how many though. I
Yeah.
liked pile because it was indefinite and obviously not singular.
Mm-hmm.
Singular is, finger, finger is definite and singular.
I prefer fingular. Oh my gosh. So yeah, no, I think we could probably work around this and not actually have a how many.
All we needed was a word for pile.
Well, then we can come up with one. If you want a word for pile, let's come up with a word for pile.
I was trying to figure out how you got finger though.
I was just coming up with a cute little idea that you don't like, and so it's
Well,
mine.
it didn't make sense for this, but it might make sense for something else. What about,
It's like, which finger did you land on as you were counting?
yeah, so like,
And so that's...
which in a sequence.
Okay.
So not how many, but like, you know, were you first, second, third, or fourth?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would make sense for that.
But totally not a question word, so we don't need...
It's a nice idea though.
So, let's come up with a word for pile that you like that goes with... It would go with j'ai, like what pile?
Yeah.
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 J'ai...
I don't know. Like now I'm all off. I'm totally discombobulated here.
Why? Because the fingular incident?
Yes, and
Or because of the 4.5 incident?
I didn't want. I wanted to give space to your idea, and I feel like I didn't. Sorry.
And that never happens.
Yeah.
You have never just been like, no.
I know. See, that's and I don't want to do that. I'm sorry.
But no, that, yeah, if we want to say like, what finger did you come in? I don't know. We could do that for future, but
I think it's a good idea.
for like what place?
Yeah.
What ordinal position
Yes.
are you in line kind of situation?
Yeah. So something about that, because I think it shouldn't be just that. It should expand and have other functions. So I'm gonna go down to the numbers here, and I'm gonna write a couple of things. 1, multiple bases. 2, singularity equals ordinality. And then
We are going to look at that in like 2 weeks and go, what?
4 and a thumb. 4.5, and potentially thumb equals half.
Is it really half, or is it like a fourth?
Oh, brother, you want to get into that? They have a base word that means like what? 2/5?
A quarter.
2/5?
A fourth would be a quarter.
Uh,
Ooh, a thumb would be a quarter.
but why do you think
Because
it's a
a half
quarter
of
and
a
not
half.
a half?
I was really just messing with your brain
You really are.
because you started this whole thing. But a quarter at that point would be a thumb.
And
So it'd be a half of a half.
and you could say it's 2/5. You could say it's 3.5 tenths.
Well, now you're just doing crazy talk.
I know.
Okay. Let's go back to how many. Come up with a root for pile
Okay.
or heap.
Yes. Pile or heap. Anybody?
And
You could
it
have-
needs to sound good with J.
and it'll be remember it's a proto en, so it could be something where the nasal causes something to happen, either the voicing of a voiceless fricative or the insertion of a stop. It could also start with a vowel, and then you get G as opposed to J.
Indeed. I am thinking I know, don't ask.
Consciousness going on outside.
ARO as the protoform, because then it would be Ginalo. Form.
It would be Ginalo.
Ginalo.
Yep, all high tones.
Or do we want Ginala?
I don't know.
Ginola. Ginela. Ooh.
You just tell it to me. I'm beyond. I can barely function right now. Just tell me which one it is.
Okay. I am Ginalo. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into another uncomfortable topic.
Oh no. Okay, then we'll change it. Change it.
No. That's not
Oh
what I
wait,
meant.
it won't be O because the O is going to rise to an U. Ginolu will be the modern form.
Mouse 8. I don't think that would be the case, would it?
Didn't all our O's raise?
No. Hold on a sec. Okay, so what's the form?
ARO.
Okay.
Ooh, are we on Wokushishu? Yeah, we must be because we didn't have adjectives in. Although it needs to just be upside down R, not. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Gino.
Oh, for some reason I thought they all got okay. Okay.
Now is where things get difficult.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So.
10 in base 3.5 is 23. Just no. No, this is too much.
Okay. So, what should that be?
A white heap.
Should it be singular or plural? Should it be natural case or unnatural?
It's a really good question. When we did, can you go back up to which for me, please? Push slightly up. It actually merged with the Sethi,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
But- yeah.
Because the reason I'm asking is because it's like, based on its protoform, like I kind of want barleycorns to be like almost oblative to be like what pile of them or out of them or something. But at the same time, we still have an argument that is meant to be the object of 8. And so then does Junolo take natural or unnatural to represent the
Yep.
the role?
Yeah, this would be the thing that would be the head of it.
And in that case, did we put it in the right order?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the head of whose barley corn, the head comes after Sethi, and then we've got who's coming, before it, marked with the case to indicate that it's
Where do possessors come?
possessors. Well, as we have here, before the noun, they possess.
Oh boy, so this should probably come before, huh?
Right, like Sethi in some case, and then Jinalo is now the argument of Mivo.
Yeah. Can you believe that Minnie missed all of this?
Oh, goodness, Minnie. You have...
Don't rewatch it. Don't rewatch it later.
Oh, the only thing that's important is base 8-1. Done. Beatrice,
That's
so
right.
natural and unnatural is like...
Base 8-1.
81. For natural and unnatural, that's instead of having a straight up like nominative accusative split, it's based on whether you expect them to be the agent or the patient of particular verbs. And so, for instance, the mouse eats the barley corn. Both are going to appear in the natural case because it's natural for things like barley corn to be eaten, to be patientive, whereas it's natural for the mouse to be agentive of these nouns. If it were, and I apologize for any bad imagery, but if it were like the mouse ate the rabbit, then the rabbit would be an unnatural case. And so that's the distinction. So it's like it's a little bit trickier when we get to translation. Most of our example sentences right now feature both arguments and natural cases. But moving forward, we may have a lot more translation where we need to think about that unnatural case a lot more. And it's kind of a fun little thing. But then the question becomes, how many, I would guess with it being like what pile, we would assume it would normally be patientive. And so that is the natural versus how many mice would be in unnatural. Like how many mice ate the barley corns?
No, that's natural because you expect mice to eat barley corn. They're both natural. Okay,
so how many then has to take on whatever it's modifying, or whatever's modifying it has to take on its case?
I don't think so. Because it's still the pile, and so it'd still be natural.
To be eating?
Because it's a pile. It's still natural for it to be the patient. However, if you were going to do how many mice ate a barley corn, it would be unnatural.
You are so cute, because that's literally just the example I gave you to say, are we sure this wouldn't be an unnatural? And then you were like, no. That's literally the example I just gave, was what if it were how many mice are eating the barley corn?
Then it would be unnatural. But then why did you say, are you sure that it wouldn't? That doesn't make any sense. Like...
We can move on. So... Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. But anyway, Beatrice, yeah, that is where... so Beatrice, we played around with the system as we were creating it, with like some of these really random verbs just floating about the chart below, have to do with us playing around with like what would be the natural versus unnatural, and different ways that you can actually create some like pragmatic differences by using natural versus unnatural for like emphasizing or things like that. So yeah.
I hate to suggest this, but I think it's gonna need to be in the oblative plural.
For the barleycorn?
Yeah, unless there's two of them, then it'd be in the oblative dual.
And then that would be like a specific situation where it's like, you know, there were two on the table and you're asking how many of the two did they eat.
What does ni come from?
Ni, I think, comes from come.
Oh, I'm sorry, K. That's what I wanted. The plural. Where's the plural come from?
That one comes... Okay, I don't remember. We have it marked somewhere by the chart.
We do? It's not up there.
It comes from not. K-N-O-T. Cherry is swa. Not is kele. Just the K. And then the vu is litter.
Okay.
And so yeah, this creates some very interesting conundrums.
Yeah.
And so if we do ablative plural here,
Yeah.
we would get K-ni, both high tones.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, let me
Kenny?
double check. Wait. No. The K would be low tone.
What? Why?
Because inanimate plural K is a dissimilating tone. So it's the opposite tone of the one before.
Really?
Yes. And our example here is eta, low tone, which is why it's always in high tone when we see it appear. The swa is assimilating, and so it matches whatever came before it, and the animate plural vu is always high tone. And so, yes, I always have to double check that whenever I do translations for the little drawings.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
I always have to come back and double check my plural forms.
That is so wild.
We should also get more examples, because in our chart we only have, one example without different examples of those different tones.
We should move that, because now that that's pretty certain, it's supposed to go here, and then we can do more than one example.
We should do that. Do we want to finish the how many first, and then actually start filling out some of our charts?
Yeah, let's do that. I think that we are done with that. This essentially can move. It's not actually a possessor. It can go wherever. It's it's like...
It's just an extra...
It's an adjunct.
Yeah.
So it's like... It's like, from the barleycorns, mouse ate what number? So it's like it could be anywhere. Why are some of these like that?
Silvertail, it's not... So in general, it's not going to... Those natural, unnatural cases are not going to be that wishy-washy. If, however, there were a mouse that's deathly allergic to peanuts, as in your example, and that mouse ate peanuts, then honestly, it would be the mouse showing up in the unnatural case if you wanted to stress that mouse ate peanuts and that is not what should happen. True. And at that point, you're pragmatically because peanuts are meant to... They're patientive.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing that the peanut did wrong. is that the mouse shouldn't be doing it. And so you would actually use the mouse in the unnatural case at that point to really mark like something is weird about this. This is wrong. This mouse should not have done it. But again, that's only going to show up like it wouldn't. If that mouse were deathly allergic, but every day faced death on purpose and ate peanuts every day just to be like,
Yeah.
look at me. At that point, the mouse is natural. It's like natural case because it's like the mouse is doing what it does. It's just being stupid. And so, yeah.
All right. Okay, so do we want to try to do why?
But why? My stomach, I apparently am hungry, by the way. It is like really making noise. You have an idea for why?
I do. Oh, this is delightful. We just use the avertive. So it's like, why did you do that? Basically, avoiding what did you do that?
Oh my gosh, that is very, very cute.
All right.
Oh my gosh, and Mateus is the reason behind the avertive. Which means mate, that case that we're like, it's hardly ever going to show up.
Yeah.
Oh God, sorry, miss.
A little bit. All right.
I got very excited.
My eyes, the glasses did nothing. All right. Itamate. Okay. There we go. All right. So then.
So it'd be J.
Sorry, cheeky. And then Sithi Evil. And then J. Cheeky, je mate, Sithi Evil. Yeah.
Excellent. That is really cute.
All right. White the mouse to be barley corn. And
all of it's underlined. Excellent.
Okay. All right. I feel pretty good about that.
Now, do you want to go fill out some inflection tables?
Yeah, so we're just going to cut that table.
Oh gosh, I'm so used to seeing it where it is. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, I know.
When it's gone.
Yeah, you are. That's why I'm taking it away.
Okay, but I am though.
Salt the earth.
I'm gonna keep those grammaticalization notes to remember where the protoforms came from, but I will move them now that the table is gone. I'm gonna put them up above in the other random notes.
Okay.
Oops, let me take this too.
Okay, so eta was the word for what? Like seed or something?
Seed, yeah. By the way, I'm about to copy some stuff, so you may get pushed to a new page, and I apologize.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna need to like move these all over the place. What's going on?
I don't know. However, okay, so let's do...
And then I can pull some very specific nouns to showcase the dissimilating, assimilating suffixes, as well as, animate and inanimate.
Okay. I don't know if this is faster.
That didn't work.
No, didn't, because I did the wrong thing.
Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Okay.
I guess we're doing this one for that, so...
See, the borders got messed up. They're not matching.
Don't you worry.
Okay.
I'll fix that. And no, we want everything. There we go.
And then just like big ones on the edges.
Nah.
Like, because there's that big fat one in between singular and plural. Do you want that or no?
Nah.
Okay.
But I do want this. Evidently. Alright, so we're going to delete this.
And you know what blue to put to show anything that has changed?
Yeah.
Avertive got avoided.
Oh, don't worry. What's the word for seed?
For seed is eta. High tone, low tone. It's
right. It's right
yeah.
there. Boy. You think I got very little sleep last night, but I think I got a lot of sleep, didn't I?
I think you got a normal amount. I did not, but I feel like you got a normal amount because.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have.
You
shouldn't have done that.
Maybe you're tired on my behalf because you're like, I did not get enough sleep.
Boo! Look what it did. Look what it did.
Because you don't want gray.
Yeah. Let's see.
Woo!
Don't worry. There we go.
Do you want the alternating color?
Yeah, I do. Why not?
Do you want it to be gray or did you want it to be like on theme blue?
You've
never messed with that? Okay.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is the singular unnatural for, wow, that's thick. How on earth did it get that thick?
Oh my God. Miles' comment, it's my glasses, they did nothing. My students last word when they're working with acid and didn't wear goggles.
Who wants to pick colors like this? Who's like, this is how I want to pick my colors?
Well, me, because when you start documents, I don't get my strawberry pink unless I go to this and I get my strawberry. That's how I find my pink.
What on earth? Just memorize that. Just memorize the hex.
I could also just go to the little colored pencils and pick strawberry. I know which one.
Okay.
Anyway, but Ragdoll's also tired.
Yeah.
Although Ragdoll's also like up at like 3 a.m. or something insane.
Okay.
Oh my.
This feels like it's going to take a long time. Was it going to take you a shorter time to do this?
Wait, do you want me to work on that while you do something else?
Ooh,
I can come help you. Sorry, I was thinking I would need to look up forms for you, but like we don't need to do that until. Although I do need to add copy and paste style as my little options on top. So give me a moment while I find.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I want.
I don't know why it's being so sluggish on my computer. Does everybody sense that it's being very sluggish?
I'll do copy there and paste there.
Also, was that named after slugs, or were slugs named after sluggish?
Copy style. Perfect. I didn't really hear your
What was
question because I was focusing on making sure I was copying and pasting the right thing.
the sluggish? Was it named after slugs, the animals,
I would think so because they move slowly.
or did it already mean slow, and that's what slugs were named after?
I will look that up. Also, I need to see where you are because it is sluggish and it's not showing me where you are in the table.
That's all right.
Okay. I'm going to start at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Tell me when you get to like instrumental.
I'm just gonna do this one and leave you the rest.
Because it still shows me that you're on the ablative dual. Like, it's not updating. Okay, you did not get ablative. Okay. There we go. So it's done. It'll update at some point. Oh, that table looks so pretty.
All right.
Now.
So now we'll do another table. And like, what is this one? What's the protoform of this one?
A tar with the adjective but an R at the end.
Okay.
And so that's actually why you get an L in the uni, the unnatural case. The only reason the L is there is because the protoform.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, got it. So this would be L final.
Wait. Should that form be in unnatural? Should it be high tone because the R became the L, which is the onset of the next syllable? So should it be eta?
Shoot, yeah, it should. Is that the only one where that's relevant?
Yeah, because everywhere else, because the only case that has a vowel at the beginning is the uni, yeah. And then we do have methods for what happens when it ends in a vowel, as a side note. So like all of these are what happens when uni follows a vowel at the end of a protoform.
Nice. Okay.
And so we did think through all that.
Let's do another one. And let's give us another word, one that ends in a vowel, a vowely vowel.
We can actually do mouse. That would be a good one because it also ends in high tone. So chuki. And that's going to showcase the switching of tones that's going to happen on some of these.
Okay.
And its protoform is an adjective C-E-W-K-I, and so nothing at the end of it is going to...
Okay, I'm going to close this and open it.
Okay. And since it's just yours, it's good for you to just do that. I don't need to do it on my end.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and we haven't opened anything that you would have pulled up there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's from... Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm having a really good hair day.
Yeah. Right on.
That's fun. Okay. Really, Bib thinks that slug, the animal, became used later.
I expected as much.
And I believe Biblaridian is definitely, not just I believe, but is correct because the sense of being applied to a slug, the little animal, dates to the early 18th century. The rest of it shows up in Middle English in the sense of sluggard, probably of Scandinavian origin. And they believe it comes from, like, there's a Norwegian dialect where slug is a large, heavy body. Fascinating.
It's probably
Now,
where
that's
slug-
different from, like, slug, like slugger, you know, like, hit the ball hard, like...
Yeah, but it probably is where slug
that's from
is in
slog.
like a bullet slug, you know? It's probably where that comes from. Yes.
I would think the bullet slug would come from the other one, which means to strike someone with a hard blow. Or to slug it out, like to fight. I would think that would be more likely than something slow and large. But, no, I'm wrong. The slug as a bullet, it comes from the sense of an elongated, typically rounded piece of metal. So, no, you are absolutely right. Anyway, okay, so going back here, sorry. We Some changes we're going to have to do.
I mean, I'm always adding to hypolarian.
No. Okay, so going back to that table, in the unnatural singular, we're going to get the E of chuki replaced with an umlauted uni.
And then low tone?
It's low tone because its protoform has a Y after it. So it'll be uni.
All right.
Okay, so that one changes. And then now to go back to that noun note, noun number. The dual, the schwa, is assimilating. So all the schwas will be high tone to match the high tone of the E.
Okay.
And then the opposite is going to happen with the K plural, the inanimate, which it's all going to be low tone. So I can come down and change the inanimates.
Thank you. And look at this. This word is
that one's not going to change. Oh wait, I think I will have to change that one anyway. Oops.
That's a shame.
I feel like I need more light.
We do have another light behind us.
Okay.
But also, why is your screen so dim?
Oh, it changes. Ah, gosh. Well, I don't want to go blind.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that hurts. You made it as bright as the sun.
Yes, that's the way it's supposed to be.
No, that would hurt. Okay. So now, here's a question. But no, this should be fine no matter what.
It's LangTime Studio.
The unnatural ending of the plural. Oh, back on the chuki.
Oh,
you're fixing things. I see what you're doing.
sorry. Okay.
It doesn't matter that the K would be low tone there because the E takes over that vowel, which means it's no longer dissimilating, right? Because it's like the uni takes over the K. Like it wouldn't be high tone on the uni. No, it'd be low tone no matter what. Never mind.
Yeah, it's low tone over here on the ita, so.
Okay.
What about this one, though? Because I had it.
It's assimilating. It matches the tone before it.
It still does? Okay. All
right. That's a really good question. Let me go back. I think you're right, David. I think we're going to need to change that. Because the schwa comes from cherry, so it would end in an ah, and it would be weni, low tone.
Low tone?
Yeah. Because with the ini, with the interacting with the ah, it becomes weni.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. But that's the only one that would, because this is specific to the ini of the unnatural.
Got it. Okay.
Everywhere else, it will assimilate and be schwa.
The slugs and snails lived peacefully together until the Salt Nation attacked. All right.
Okay, I think that's right.
Okay. Nice.
I wonder where it was, and the reason, by the way, we had assimilating and dissimilating, in case anyone's like, why did that happen?
Me.
It did happen because of you. But litter, its form ends up with two high tones. cherry and knot, the other forms end up with a low high and a high low. And so because there were two different tonal patterns, we decided that it would make a difference.
Okay.
And so that's why, in case anyone is watching along at home saying, why doesn't the VU affect anything? And it's because it's always going to be high tone.
Got it.
This is the plural suffix for animates. Making some more grammaticalization notes so we don't forget. Plural suffix for inanimates.
I think the only slug emoji we have in the Discord is the one who's the little pilot that Jesse did.
Sorry, what was the?
You're gonna have to draw a slug.
Oh, there. Yeah, that's the only slug is the piloting slug in this week's drawing.
Hmm.
And this one is dissimilating, which is why it goes down. Yes. Okay, so I now have those notes up here as well.
Okay. So ultimately, we probably want to have like a consonant final one that ends in a high tone. And we also want to do a table for E final, A final, O final, and U final. But we don't necessarily have to do that right now because at least we have these two down so we know what we're doing. Slug pilot does need a name.
Okay. And that leads to schwa assimilating. I'm making these very specific, sorry.
Okay.
That plural. And then I'm done. I just realized I wanted these in the notes as actual, not just as part of the, which leads to K. And you had said you don't actually want to do that today, right? Or do you want to try to do at least one more table today to make sure we've got...
I suppose we could do one more. Do you want to do a C final one that ends in a high tone, or do you want to do another vowel?
I feel like the vowel, because like the C final, it's like that's going to show up in the unnatural in that one instance. But with the vowel, we're going to have a lot more variation. And I think somewhere that no, the only difference is if it ends in an ah, it will take a weini, versus if it ends in any other vowel, it's all going to come out as uni. So really the important one for that unnatural case to show that it becomes weini will be something ending in an ah.
Okay. Are we saying that every single vowel except for ah is the same?
Yeah, so the ini, if it ends in an A, E, O, U, it all comes out as uni. But if it ends in an ah, it becomes weini.
Okay. And that's the same for everything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then we're going to do...
Because that's the only one where we have any sort of interaction at the edges.
So I, O, U, E. E, I, O, U, final. Okay. All right. But yeah, I don't know why my computer is being so sluggish. It's like it is about to die. Poor thing.
That's really unfortunate.
It does need an update. An OS update. Oh, that's not what I meant. Shoot. Let me just copy the whole thing.
And it looks like our choices, by the way, are going to be heartbeat or pet companion.
Oh, definitely companion. Sophia?
So, yeah, Sophia. Both high tone.
Oh, no. No, we can't do that one.
Why is that?
Because it doesn't end in ah, it ends in two vowels. That's going to be a separate one.
Ooh. Okay.
It's going to pick up an epenthetic L for the unnatural.
Well, that's something to consider then.
Yeah.
So heartbeat is yaza.
All right.
Low tone, high tone. Oh, wait. I missed one. I forgot that we had water down here, as well as rock stone. I forgot that these were under the adjectives. So we do have nata is water and kana is rock stone.
Not rock. It ends in an L.
It doesn't end. Oh yeah, you are absolutely right.
Okay, let's do water.
Is low tone, high tone, nata.
Okay, so then.
And that will become waning. How does that? And we allow the W to follow any consonant, right? So it's gonna just be like Dwayne.
We can pop it in the sound change applier and make sure, but I think so.
Okay. By the way, for anybody following along at home with their Kopiko nearby or Jinjins nearby, when we finish this table, get ready. We're going to have a celebration. And so, get your Kopiko.
I just had an idea. Since we've established that my right side is my worst side, we could move this all the way over to the right, move the chat window over there, and move our window over there.
We definitely could, and that would clear up space up here for my laptop.
But we forgot about the
centering. That would be off.
No, not the centering. The watermark. The watermark is in the lower right-hand corner.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so all right, never mind. So then we are not 20. Is that right? With low tone?
Yes. I would love to come through and help you, but it's so not even showing that you made any changes.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Otherwise, I would really enjoy helping you. But yes, that will be Weni. So.
But that's the only one that needs.
Not Weni.
Because it ends in a high tone, so it's the only thing that's different.
Because that one is dissimilating. That one's awesome.
Yeah, so it doesn't need any other changes.
Okay.
Hopefully that will update for you now. And then we're going to double check. I have no idea what protoform gives us what we need here. Roll the dice. What? It wants to delete that. Well, it's fine. Okay, we did have a sound change, so it will become a K. But it also wants to just delete it. Oh wait. Oh! I'm sorry. So, I don't know what protoform is giving us the thing, but
Narta is the full protoform.
Yeah, Nakweni. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We are good. And so yes, there is a change. The T becomes a K. That was one of my favorite sound changes. I don't remember how we got the W and E in there. I'm just trusting that that's right.
If you want to see, we wrote it out. It wasn't something that we actually put in the official sound change rules. It's essentially a thought experiment of what would happen when you get A, U, Y coming together. it would become OY, which would become way.
Oh, well, that we can do. Let's make sure.
So it would be AUY, followed then
Yeah, same thing. Okay, we're all good. We're all good.
celebration.
Let's cope that cope. All right.
Is the mouse language done now?
Oh.
Whew. Ready to celebrate.
Cheers.
Indeed.
This thing better have a double shot of caffeine in it. That's all I gotta say.
Do you know what though?
What?
We are coming up on the LangTime 2-year anniversary.
The tuniversary?
The tone anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
That's the end of this month. We started streaming 2 years ago.
Copico. It takes two.
Two co's for the road.
Okay. That's good for right now. And this is, importantly, final. There we go. Okay, and then we just need to do a couple more consonants and then a double vowel final.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah. All right. So, good.
That was intense.
Yeah. Should probably.
When you say all final on that one, it's not just all final, it's T-all final, because that's the only reason the K shows up.
That's a general sound change. We'll know.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Okay. All right.
And indeed, Mateus, I agree. Many more.
Did we Is this language? It looks like it's this language.
It
Collective?
sure does. But like, why did we?
Can you look up the other collectives?
When you say other collectives.
Seems to me that application and incorporation are you need them both, right? They occupy the same spot. Also, incorporated nouns, you typically can't do anything with them. They're like invisible to the syntax.
Thi, like as in wokutiju. That's the thi.
Okay. Well, let's put some nouns in here so we can have some examples.
Trying to figure out what the protoform was for thi, though.
Eta.
Are we looking for any sort of patterns? We've got vowel, initial, final, but of course, eta also has a consonant in its protoform.
Yep. What was the one that we just did? Nata, water.
Yeah.
And then something different from those.
And then,
Well, Sophia. Is that right?
it is, yeah.
Sophia.
Oh, high tone on the,
Really? Sophia?
mm-hmm.
Oh. Pet.
Okay, seek is the protoform.
Okay.
Means group.
And it is not one of those ones that changes anything.
No, it's just the high tone. 'Cause, I mean, the protoform is just seep. There's nothing.
Oh, we should do a noun that ends in a nasal.
Okay. So not ends in a nasal in the protoform.
What is it?
Or a nest ends in a nasal as well.
Nest is good.
Okay, so nest is just all low tone.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the other one?
It is Kele.
All right, because it was named after Kaylin. And I assume it doesn't affect it only affects fricatives, not, that was Seif, you said?
Seep with a K.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect that. Yeah, doesn't affect that. But it will if the suffix begins with like a fricative or something. What did I do?
That's a good question. Your computer's just having a day.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Woo!
And did we have diminutives or something like that's diminutive-y, like a way to do diminutives?
We do not. I mean, we have words that could lead to one. Oh, wait. No. Didn't we have something with barley corn being the diminutive?
Thought so.
It means the adjective small.
That's
So
kind of
Sithi is literally small.
Mm-hmm. What about like a mouselet? What if we had the word baby came after it? So there's a seed baby, a mouse baby, a nut baby, a pet baby.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mouse babies are rather cute and small.
Mm-hmm. Something nice and short. Something with a high vowel in it.
And it would be a suffix, right?
Yeah.
And so what,
High.
what did you say you wanted? High tone?
Yeah, no, high vowel E. Maybe high tone.
It could come from eek.
Oh, actually, if a mouse is cheeky, baby can be cheek.
Cheek.
Mm-hmm. Cheek, cheek. And then the word for baby could be chick, chick. Just for duplicated.
And you're saying cheek, cheek, right? Not cheek, cheek.
I am saying cheek, cheek.
The K would stay?
It's for duplicated.
Oh, but in the modern form, it would just be chi chi.
Yep.
I was like, how are you getting codas in the modern forms?
Oh my gosh. Why?
It becomes a diminutive. And then cheek becomes baby. Okay. And that would be chi, chi. Also smile is chi, but low tone.
Because it's cheese. Ha 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 ha.
no, I get it. Oh, wait, this wasn't going to be adjective, though, right?
No.
Put the wrong form in there.
Regular. Okay, now we have some nominal derivation. Cool. And so this table is actually relevant, licit. I don't know what we're going to do with verbs. Probably nothing. It's probably going to be...
Okay, so I wanted to make a noun today for bumblebee, and I just wanted it to be official.
Well, then why don't we make it be the first noun that goes in here as I see what we have in store for us. Oh, I
I'm trying to remember
bit
how
off more than we could chew. We don't have B, right?
Let me go back up here.
We don't have B.
We don't have B.
D. We have F. We don't have G. Because
No.
we don't have angma in this language, right?
We have an angma, yes.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we do have G. It's just not... so I just need to make a note of that. And I think same with H. That is, it's a part of the romanization. So
But it's not, yeah.
Yeah. J we do have.
Yes.
Yeah. K, L, M, N, O, P, no Q, no R, S, T, U, V?
Yes.
Yeah, V. W, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Y, yes. Z, yes.
Now, what will be interesting is to remind ourselves whether a V can be word initial, but I think it can. Yes, because value is litter.
Okay.
And so we can get that word initially. We do have, DH. You need to bring that back. D needs to be brought back. Because we get the word initially. I don't know if we can get it word initially, but the DH is a sound.
Okay, then I know what we need to do. So we need to take... This is going to look really bad for a little bit. You're just going to have to trust me that I can fix it. Okay, and then so we need these two rows clear. Okay. No, not these two rows. These two. Okay, put G up there. Good.
C.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. P needs to go down where R is.
I'm trying to remember how we get the as in the first place to decide if we could ever get that word initially.
Oh, I don't think it's possible to get it word initially. And
okay, I hate to tell you this after you've done
Yes.
changes. The B is part of the romanization.
oh my God, it is.
It will never appear word initially, but it is there.
Criminy. Okay. Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
Because of the V. Okay, so then
Where do we get DZ?
one.
Yeah, okay. So D should not be a first letter because that only appears in DZ. It's a nasal thing.
Yeah.
And then it will end up.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we just need How do we do this? Like,
Sorry, what were you? Oh, it does something weird to. Well, it just shrinks that. You have to then
yeah,
like
that's fine.
merge it or whatever back again.
But like now we need to get rid of 2. Right? Is that right?
But wouldn't you want S to go there and then T to go underneath it?
Well, we need to get rid of 2 more things. How do we get rid of 2 more things? 'Cause, right? Oh, yeah, I know what to do. I know what to do. So, all right. So we cut those, put it there. S goes up here. And then now we just need P to go here. All these come down 1. I goes up here. And H goes here. And change this to total. And we delete that. There we go. Now we just need to fix all the lines and stuff, but we don't need to do that right now. So,
Woo! Okay. While you were
We're
doing
not-
that, I made sure I had my protoform right.
okay. First word, it's going to mean bee,
Also, bumblebee.
bumblebee. And of course, now it's really,
It is so angry at you. Do you need to like shut it down?
now I do have to close it. How do you close?
Oh, wow. You know it's bad when it takes a minute to think before it closes.
Yeah, now we just open it back up because, oh no, not Dothraki. Sorry, folks. Oh, I was hoping I wanted to close it and open it that way because I was hoping that it would just go back.
Open where it was. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like where the window
Yeah.
was positioned.
Okay, so back
Yikes.
to Bumblebee.
Okay. And its protoform is ANJI.
All right.
And so then its modern form is IG.
Really? And that is what you want for it?
Well, I can't get the N in there. The N is always going to disappear.
And it's with a ja, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you not like it?
I just think we can get closer to Angie, right?
Oh, if you can make it closer, then I'm all on board. That was the closest I could get it.
Yeah.
Because
Like-
unless it was like,
EJIS. Is she? No, EJIS. Oh, but you want ja, not jud.
well,
And for ja, you have to have the nasal.
yeah.
And so it's always going to have a low tone. Well, I would still throw an S on the end, so it's aji. Or itchy. Itchy.
I don't like AG.
You know, you have the tensest E's I have ever heard. You default to as tense and high as it possibly can be. And it is really, it just really throws me off, I will say. Like, you know, word for father in High Valyrian, kepa. Your word for High Valyrian, kepa. Like, You don't have to do that. You don't have to go to all that effort. You don't have to raise your tongue that much.
Okay. And this is why for my class I was like, you need to pronounce all these things.
Yeah, but no, it's just like it's your default. Like menishe, and you're menishe.
I tend to raise things, but you know that. I'm also, in case people out there don't know, I am a speaker who pronounces EGG egg and LEG leg.
Oh, I also pronounce those that way, egg and leg.
I get more of an A instead of an E.
I mean, I think I do, but you don't say negative. You say negative, don't you?
I don't know. I'll have to, you gotta get me to say it in a context where I'm not expecting to be judged for pronunciation, which means as I'm thinking about it, it's going to, but the question is, do you
No,
like...
that's not, like, I have to tell you though, no, like, George Corley. George Corley is a negative speaker.
Do you like aji or aji better?
I think aji.
Aji.
Too low tone. Because like the natural tonal pattern is like high-low, right? And so if you want the ja, the only way you either get low-high or low-low, right?
Right. But if we switched it, we could get too high. Aji. With no nasal. It would just not be G. It would be G.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well make it high-low. Aji.
Do we want... Which one sounds better?
I don't know. I wish Angie were watching and she could give her 2 cents. We could have this could be our canon. We'd have aji, 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 aji. We could have them all.
Just all over?
Yeah, just do tons of them.
Let's do aji, low tone, low tone.
Okay, aji. What consonant do you want to put at the end to give us low tone? You could put
put
a
an
ya.
No, we don't have an H.
You could put a ya. You could put an F. You could put an S. I don't think any of those would change the quality of the vowel. You put an N. It will show up in.
Oh, R. Wait. No, then I have to research because R's do things. Because,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking about that because then it would show up as an L in certain situations, which would be cool.
Okay.
So do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Let's see. We can figure this out.
We got this.
Okay. It thinks chat is using significant energy.
That's really, that's unfortunate.
Aja. That's interesting. I could have sworn that, man.
There is,
Let's see that table. With our mighty.
yeah, they all are going to end up ending in ah.
Oh yeah, all of them?
Yeah, it's either ya, wa, or just ah.
Dang. Okay.
But, interesting. If we made the word ajia, but ending in the er in proto form, whenever it gets the like uni, it would be ajeuni, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. If we did this, it would end up ajejini, something like that.
Kind of cute.
And we have F and S.
Oh, we did have the medial H stages. I was like, when did we have an H? But it was because it was the middle step as it was on its way out.
Angina. Because then this would, well, if you did a nasal, it would change into A. So, Ajay.
I like that.
And then it would become angina.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
One more change.
I really wish we could know what Angie was thinking right now.
I will ask her opinion after the fact and say, what do you think about this?
Okay.
This is now your word.
All right, and then we'll leave that for that. And so now, what principal parts do we need for a noun?
That is a great question, David.
Okay, so
If you want to look back at the charts we created in the inflections, I think the unnatural case potentially.
and we need to know which plural you get.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, unnatural singular,
And then plural.
and we need to know what its plural is. We also should throw in a dual because these are. So we need to know its plural either way. So if it's a swapping one, we'll see it.
Yeah.
But the dual, since it's a matching one, we should put that in. So singular, natural, singular, unnatural, dual, natural, and
yeah.
plural natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Everybody get those principal parts? Because we're not going to forget them ever. We're going to remember that we did them in this episode if we ever forget. At this mark, 346.
And so that would then be G. Be high tone at that point, right?
Yeah.
G, and then Nini. Right? Because we get the
Yes.
Ini, the N gets re-rescued.
Ginini. That's cute.
Okay.
All right.
And then the dual will be J and Swa high tone.
Because it's dissimilar?
No, sorry, assimilating low tone. J Swa.
Okay, Ajay.
Okay.
And then
the plural is going to be Vu high tone.
because it's animate.
Yes.
All right. There we go. Look at that.
Woohoo!
We have a noun. We finally have a noun. We have something in the dictionary.
We have something in the dictionary, which is very exciting.
Do we need another Kopiko?
I mean, I feel like we deserve the whole thing of Kopikos and just throw them in the air and like dance.
I say we should do it.
It was a dance.
Dance.
I don't think I can have another one right now, but if you want one,
No.
I will watch you eat it.
Nope. It's together or nothing.
Oh God. Okay, well, if I get shaky hands because of the sugar rush when I'm hungry and I'm eating sugar, I'm gonna blame you.
This one thin little wafer.
Okay, we are having a second Kopiko because it is a day we have started our dictionary. We are proud of ourselves for surviving.
Cheers.
Hooray!
Mm.
And it is
Yeah.
a twofer kind of day.
Because Kopiko, it takes two. Okay, so we should put that in the English side as well.
Oh my gosh. I have one job, David. I mean, I'm totally putting both bee and bumblebee in there because now we have.
Yeah. And then the bees are taken care of. Yeah.
Look how sexy that is.
Love it. All right.
Now let's take a moment. Decide. We want to do something orthographical for the poll, or is there something else?
I leave it to let's do. Why don't we do a poll?
We are asking our industrious viewers. Whoop! I almost swayed the vote just by being an all cap in one of them. Answer this way. Should our patron poll be about orthography? Specifically, it would be something to do with the consonant shapes within orthography that come on top. Oh my word. Like, uh-oh, it's going to die now. David's computer enjoyed its run for the day.
Yeah.
I swear, I think I like held my head weird the other day, or like slept on it weird, and like every time I turn my neck, I'm like, ow.
Oh.
And then because I'm me, I
keep
keep turning my neck to be like, ow, ow, and then like I keep doing it. I'm just silly. I shouldn't do that. But it's kind of like when you have a bruise and you're like, oh, it hurts when I touch it, and then you keep touching it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll. So Jesse has some drawings. I have some drawings. We will figure out how to do it.
And then after this, we can delete out the extra pages that are no longer going to be represented in the dictionary below. Jonathan, that's a good question. One that we don't rightly have an answer to, which is in part why we wanted to see, hey, are you on board with it being about orthography? Because if so, then done and done.
And
if you want it on something else, then we need to think.
Yep. Let's do that. There we go. There we are.
Oh, wow. That looks cool.
What does?
The alternation of the gray, white, except the P and H mess it up.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll fix that.
Okay. Thank goodness. All right. I don't think this is a swayable poll at this point, but I'll let it go as he's continuing to update this chart. And if you haven't had a chance to vote and you want to get your voice heard, do it now.
Why would I change it to that? That's not what I said. I said FF, FF, FF.
Is it making it fee?
Yeah, it's like, we know what you meant. You didn't actually want it full white. Tell me what I know.
That is, formatting is always one of those things. It just takes time.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got enough people voting that really not going to sway it anymore. Oh, goodness gracious. It's taking a minute. There we go. And then if you want to attempt to hit the blue arrow on the chat over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait to do further stuff on this thing until we're not streaming.
I'll try to fix all that.
There we go.
Also means at some point, one of us could spend some time entering dictionary entries.
Yeah.
Can't imagine who that would be. Yeah, we can actually start making a dent in some of those entries and get some nouns done. I feel like we're actually at a place too where we could decide what needs to be entered for verbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should fill out the verb inflection table to make it legit. So maybe next week that could be like a big goal, is get a verb table filled out and then decide what will be entered for verbs.
It's going to be difficult because I think the inflection table is just going to be reduplicated in negative, right? Mm-hmm. And then otherwise you're just going to need that big list of suffixes. And then there's going to be a separate table for agreement prefixes, which we already have. So we can just copy and paste and then pretty it up. And then that'll be done. But yeah.
Did you want to actually, while we kind of wrap up what we were working on here in nouns, up above in the actual noun section.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the page so that way I can like get you there. Okay, so at the bottom of page 15, or if you just find where I am in the document, under noun number, under that bullet point, we just say, hey, it inflects for these. Good. Did we actually want to include some examples as a sub-bullet to like...
So yeah, generally this plural plurality is realized distinctly at the very end of the noun pair.
Of the noun peer?
You know, out to the ocean.
Until case is added, then that's the end of the peer.
Oh.
The root peer. So Miles, it will be a surprise in terms of what we're working on because we're not even telling each other what we're doing to our own forms of that little proto-language sketch because
That's right.
We will find out what each other did in the podcast recording for next month.
Let's see, 2 of these suffixes display unique tonal behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Here are a couple different nouns to showcase that behavior. All right.
Now we can obviously do mouse.
Where's our little mouse?
I think you have to copy it from another one.
Oh well, we'll just do a gold star.
What is going on with that?
It's very indented. There we go. Okay, so then let's do singular. Key. Mouse. Dual. A
yeah. Mm-hmm.
To mice, and then plural.
And that's always high tone.
All right. So let's, you know what, I do want to throw in something over there. Do I have any of those right dislocated parenthetical comments anywhere that I can copy?
I think we got rid of it because with the questions we took them out. Oh, there's some.
Yeah.
I also don't know why the quotes are being all
So
weird.
we're going to call this animate.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
of course, seed is one inanimate we can do.
let's do 2 of them. Animate, H-tone final.
Okay.
And then let's do an animate L-tone final.
Okay. Meanie. Turtle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so mini swa, because that's
Mm-hmm.
perfect. And now we're going to do the same thing with inanimates.
Perfect. Indeed. All right, so high tone final, we have odwe, which means path.
Like that?
Yes.
What a unique word. I like that. Okay, and then we can just copy and paste here.
And then it'll be K low tone for the 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that, or
No,
just
K-E, like K.
Oh, why did I do 3? I meant 3 or more. Whatever. Oh, and the things got all screwed up.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I was
Alright,
like,
whatever.
I don't know what's going on, but we'll wrap this up quickly here. All right, and then eta is, or sorry, wrong way. Eta is
Eta.
seed.
Yeah, some of these, so George, some of these suffixes either assimilate or dissimilate to a previous tone. It depends on their protoforms. Basically, when there were, where things got squished together and there were tonal patterns. So it mattered if the tonal pattern was high-low or low-high, whether things were assimilating or dissimilating. So that's right, and then this one is K with a high tone.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, it's pretty good.
There we go. Yeah, fix those. I know, it's so.
So I'm driving this. And this
I
is
know
probably
it will.
faster.
All right, so while he's doing that, though, I am going to say I hope everybody has a wonderful week. We look forward to next Thursday for another live stream. And sorry, very, very last minute announcement.
Yeah.
2 weeks from today, the time of the live stream is going to shift. And so that is on Thursday, February 17th.
Yes.
So I can count. Thursday, February 17th, we will be 2 hours earlier. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because we're going to actually be doing a live stream in front of an audience at a convention in Utah. And so that will change. So we will be streaming that day, just at a different time. And that is the only time that's going to happen. So this is not like a regular thing. This is we will be at a convention. And one of the things that they had wanted to do was have us actually do our live stream live. And this is really masterminded by Logan.
That's right. So the convention is called Life, the Universe, and Everything, and it's held in Provo, Utah, near the university there. And this will be the first time that we are there, and the first time we're like live streaming. Mm-hmm. First time we're doing it in a unique location and setting it up. It might actually be a shorter live stream because I think we only have an hour and 20 minutes.
Right. So it may be a wonky day, but
Yeah.
we will be here and we will, have a day. And yeah, it'll be exciting. I'm excited to see how it turns out. And yeah.
Yeah, actually, if anybody feels like attending, we have a mini CopyCon.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So if you just book your last minute flights to Utah, we look forward to seeing you there. Okay, so now for real, that's the end of the announcements. We'll remind you next week. Next week is normal, so we will be here at a normal time. And in the meantime, stay grammar.
Stay grammar, everybody. I'm just writing a note, by the way, about the assimilation and dissimilation. You're not missing anything. All right.
Now, stay grammar.
Bye.